We're live. こんにちは、everybody.
Hello. すごいね。
すごいね。本当に welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having us. ありがとうございます。
Very excited to have you guys here. Thank you very much for the show we did last night.
No, it's great.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I saw you enjoying it. I'm thinking we're just gonna take it slow for the first 5-10 minutes and start eating some sushi if you were hungry, and then we'll see how the chat works out, and hopefully people can log in and say hi, and we can talk about the upcoming movie premiere.
Hey, cool.
Yeah,
ああ、お腹すいた。
いいですよね。
ああ、美味しそう。
なんで while you guys figure that out, I'm gonna go over here and get something to drink.
うわ、美味しそう。これ見せていいの？
見せた方がいいでしょ。
ちょっと待って。
Yeah, go ahead and show.
ほら。ちょっと待って。
1, 2, 3. どうぞ。
ちょっと待ってよ。これだってずっと流れてるやん。
2, 1.
うわー、ちょっと待って。開けた方がいいでしょ。
で、こうやってガーン。
ダメね、一番。
This is probably the weakest ninja I've ever seen.
ワイン？
Yeah, I'm a wine guy.
おお、
Wine in sushi.
Yeah, いいよね。Look at that.
おー。
Beautiful.
うわ、すごいね。
いただいてくださいね。
いただきます。う
Do we
わ、
have
すごい
you
よ。
got soy sauce? Maybe there's
Yes,
soy sauce there.
there's-
Yes.
Can you grab me one? I'll just open this one up here. で適当に食べよう。
すごい。豪華。あ、そうね。
So this is actually just sushi done from the local store,
Wow.
and I swear it's really good quality. Like,
It looks really good.
yeah. Go ahead and do your thing. I'm gonna do my thing over here. 3, 2, 1. いただきます。
すごいのよ。この元気さ日本人欲しいんだよね。本当にいただきます。美味しそう。
So we're thinking,
Live chat.
we're thinking that because your English is not perfect yet, that if you need to be translated, we can do that.
本当ですか。
Yeah. 通訳同時通訳でできるんで、なんか英語で困った時はフォローしますから。
あ、わかりました。常にフォローしてくるって。もうずっと困ってますからね。困ってても大丈夫。なんでもね。Always okay. Oh, so nice.
Please follow up on everything I say because I don't speak any English at all, something like that.
It's okay.
これ美味しそうだね。This looks great.
The people who are chatting will translate it for us.
Yeah.
エビ？
Actually, now all the shows, if you set your setting for whatever setting you like, it'll go automatic translation, dubbed and everything.
Wow.
On YouTube, so you could watch it in Spanish.
Nice.
Not the live streams yet.
Oh, you
not
can't
these
do that
guys.
yet?
No, I don't think so. That's a bit AI super stuff, but
Yeah.
it'll get there eventually.
Nice.
But yeah, we can totally do it. Like people watch from Brazil and stuff, which is kind of cool. いただきますね。
いただきます。
This is my favorite. これ私の大好
お
物
お。
あれ？
It is a ネギトロ。
Sushi.
ツナ、
はい
ツナ
ネギトロ、ツナなんだろう。
Onion and tuna minced up.
あ、ミンチと。
Yeah. Which one is your favorite?
いただきま。
ですもエビ、あ、サーモン好きですね、僕。
Turn it down. Mm-hmm.
種類何が好きかな。
It's delicious. Go ahead and grab some.
卵。
いや、
Just go for it.
卵。
It takes a while for people to log in. Also, they're being like flagged if they're following the channel right now.
Why is that?
They're like telling, oh no, they go on live, log in.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
いただきます。
So it's a good thing that we just start off with eating a little bit of sushi. Looks good, man.
うま
Yeah.
い。美味しい。すごいね、スーパーこんな美味しいの？
レベル高いね。
うまいね。
For supermarket sushi, they're great.
美味しい。最初お寿司抵抗なかったですか？
Me?
いや、
I didn't.
生
生魚ね。
いや
Fresh 魚。
そう日本語が
生魚。
生魚そう
In Denmark, we eat salmon.
ああそうね
生で食べるんで、あんまり抵抗なかったかもしれない。So I wasn't really surprised by it.
そうだそう
But you grew up in America, right, Shane?
Yeah. So like, normally at home, my mom would usually cook for us, but then we would have like certain times where we did the temaki. We made our own sushi. Yeah. So we had a lot of that.
This would be the salmon he was just talking about. I'll flip it over here and let's just get a little bit of that. これ maybe my favorite.
Salmon.
サーモンねデンマークのサーモン食べたい
Denmark 行きたい。
行きたい本当に行ってねシューティングして
そうだね。Are there good places to shoot? Like
In Denmark?
good locations to shoot in Denmark? Because I've never been.
You never been to Denmark?
No.
They have the best locations of everywhere.
Oh.
Of course, I'm gonna say that because I'm Danish. No, my friend is actually visiting in Denmark this last weekend, and he texted me some photos, and I was like, "Oh wow, it looks really nice." And Denmark is really nice.
Oh, nice.
It's very old, as in like the city is old, but I think most of Europe is old. So you get those old 120-year-old buildings that they reform inside and make them really nice.
Oh.
But you still maintain the city vibe.
Oh, nice.
Technically, you actually can't change what the city looks like if it's an original building.
Oh, they have like laws protecting that.
Yeah.
Nice.
And that's a big problem if you buy apartment because if you think you've done paying, they come and say, fix your house, and you have to fix it.
Wow.
But yeah, no, it's cool. I mean, lots of cafes, lots of bicycle culture.
Nice.
People ride a lot. And people are super friendly. They like to talk.
Nice. I'm actually just Googling.
行ってみたいね
Denmark
デンマークおう
If you get a chance to go, I would say during rainy season here in Japan is probably the best time to go.
June-ish.
Uh.
Okay.
Because Japanese rainy season is more manatsu
Oh.
over there, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So because of
あ
the
れデン
different
マーク
on the other
Oh,
side of the
so-
planet,
Yeah.
we're more higher up north.
Yeah.
そうか
北の方なん
上だか
ですよ。で、6月が真夏です。
らあ6月は真夏
How
なんだ
how hot is summertime in Denmark? Same as Japan? No.
No.
Cooler.
Maybe 26.
Wow.
おお
That's
ナイス
That's nice.
それはいいね住みやすいし
Yeah.
過ごしやすい
The funny thing about Denmark summer is though that you get the sun and it doesn't go down until like 10 p.m.
So your days are really long.
Yeah,
Ooh.
really long. It's kind of crazy because when you forget about it and you're out or walking around or you're having dinner somewhere and you'll go out and you'll just be like sitting there having a drink or just chatting with your friends, right? And it feels like it's 5 p.m. until 10 o'clock at night. So everyone just sits there and it's just like, hey, what time is it? And it's like, whoa, it's 10 o'clock, damn. That was quick.
Day
Kind of
never
thing.
ends. Day never ends. That's good. That's good for shooting though,
Yeah.
because you have longer light, right? So
Yeah, lots of light.
that's good.
And then actually it's like, it kind of gets dark around 10, like ish, dark-ish. And then you'll have like pretty real darkness from about midnight to like 2, 3 in the morning, 3 in the morning.
おすごいね
And then 3:30, the sun's already coming up. It's like, so,
短っ
本当に短い. It's really bizarre because if you're not used to it, and I'm not used to it, but I've started traveling a lot more to Europe recently, so I was like, oh wow, I forgot about this.
I forgot it's so bright.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's why you gotta like, if you want to go to sleep, you gotta like just like
Ah, so
bring an
no.
eye mask or.
ね
Yeah,
Or like-
so I personally did not grow up with an eye mask. I
Oh.
didn't understand the culture of it. And it feel like my head was restricting. But this last year, I started using eye masks.
Oh, and you
And
can sleep
they're
better.
good.
Yeah, yeah,
So good.
yeah. Helps you relax.
Yeah, there's some way it zones you out.
Yep. Well, there's a lot of historical places in Denmark.
Mm-hmm.
Castles, this round tower,
Yeah.
another castle, Rosenborg Castle.
So I mean, Denmark and Copenhagen, well, Copenhagen specifically, but Denmark in general was, a Viking hub.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of wars and a lot of like just fighting culture,
Nice.
and then protecting the oceans
Nice. Looks beautiful.
or seafaring. They're very seafarers than Danish people.
Nice, beautiful, scenic, ocean view places.
Yeah, no, you'll love it. They got lots of great food, lots of cool things to do.
What's like the most famous food in Denmark? Or like, like popular food, I guess?
So we do open sandwiches.
Oh.
Yeah, they're called open sandwiches. I just call them sandwiches in Denmark, but we'll do some brown bread. You put a bit of butter on it. Then you'll put a whole bunch of toppings on it, and you eat it with a knife and fork, basically.
Oh.
So
おしゃれおしゃれやりたい
Is there
Denmark-
salmon in the sandwich?
yeah, they got salmon. They got like the popular ones are probably like liver pate is a good one.
Oh.
Then they've got fiskefilé, which is a deep fried hirame.
Oh, okay.
唐揚げにした揚げたもので、
美味しそう
その上にタルタルソース。
Oh, like a fish and chip type of thing.
Kind of like a fish and chip a little bit, yeah. But there's no chips on it though. It's
Yeah.
just yeah. No, あとはね、then they have like all different variations. If you look up Danish open sandwiches, then they just pop up like crazy.
Danish.
No.
Open.
Anyway, chat, we're just here with Shane and Kansuke for the promotion of the new movie Seek,
Yes. Sandwich.
getting released on July 31st. which
Friday.
is Friday.
Yes.
Next Friday. It's very exciting. Where did it all start? This movie project for you. I mean, if you guys don't know, let's give it a quick run back down.
So we started about 3-4 years ago, made a pilot, a short
Yes.
film
Yeah.
of Seek. And then we tried to get investors, and within like a few months, we got investors to invest in our feature. And half a year after making the short film, we were in production of the feature film. And so it's actually, we shot it maybe about 2.5 years ago, I want to say. Yeah. But then it was going through the film festival circuit. And yeah, we actually, I don't know if I can say this, but yeah, we actually shot the second one just last year.
Yeah.
So
It's already a series.
yeah. So
But I mean,
Yeah.
that has got to be one of the most frustrating things, also for an actor. Right? For you, like your job is done 2 years ago,
yeah.
Yeah.
and now you see it come out
Yeah.
in the movie theaters. Right? How does that feel?
いやいやナーバスですよね
Nervous?
そうもう本当に緊張してますよね、でも本当なんか、ありがたい話で、やっぱねシェインがいるとね安心します、僕一人じゃないんでこれはね、本当僕は安心
僕も心配してる。I'm like pretty stressed out all the time.
ねやっとだもんね
そうだね
のこと
Both of these guys are super stressed out about it and nervous about what's going to happen when
Yeah.
it comes out, right?
Yeah.
でもペタスさんもね、それこそやって1試合で決まるじゃないですか、それと一緒ですよね、この鍛錬して、日々鍛錬して1試合で本当に決まるとか極真もそうですけど、
Yeah. So he's saying basically that, it's like you because you used to fight and everything gets, put on the line for one fight, one match. So when it's done, right? Here's the thing though. You go to the fight and it's done.
いやそう
You're not waiting 2 years to
いや
report.
いやまあまあまあまあまあ
Very true. Very true.
But it is like one of the things that I feel like is most misunderstood about the movie industry. If you're not in the industry, it's really hard to like relate to because the editing for big production movies, for example, takes a year, 2 years sometimes.
Yeah.
And as an actor, right? As an actor, your job is done because you filmed it.
Yeah.
You can't go back and refilm it.
Yeah.
And now it's just, and then you got to wait for that.
Yeah.
How does one deal with that? Because this is a real long game.
Yeah, so I mean, I think, in the past, it's basically, they shot it, they edited it, they put it out, right? But nowadays, it slightly changed because the process or the time frame is for big budget films it takes longer, but then for smaller budget films you can go straight to streaming. Like let's say if you only need 1 month of editing, you can go to streaming like 3 months after you shot the film, like if everything is completed. But yeah, it is a time-consuming thing, as well as trying to release it in theaters is not an easy thing. Yeah. So
you said something there. You said the streaming process, and it's like, is that, are we talking like Netflix streaming, or is that just like streaming online, or?
I think there's lots of platforms right now, and so like this is what I've heard. Like not only like the major platforms, but like a lot of films have started to do on YouTube. I've heard like things in like Europe where YouTube is actually bigger than like Netflix and the other streaming platforms,
right?
Because they have a bigger audience.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times now you can get on the big platforms, but you might not get enough exposure on your film. And sometimes it might be better just to put it on like those YouTubes or like other platforms like TikTok or Vimeo or something like that. So yeah. So I mean, there's lots of ways to put your film or your project out, but not all projects are the same.
Right.
And so it's on a project base to base, like case to case scenario. I think it is. So. Yeah.
I mean, just as a curiosity guy here, when I'm hearing this, right? It's super interesting to hear for sure, because a lot of people make and create content for YouTube specifically, right? And the trend is that for one thing, it's free.
Yeah.
If you want to see the commercials, if you don't, you pay for it, and it's really cheap.
Yeah.
But they also have feature-length films there, properly, right? But as a content creator, you try to make a storyline for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes or whatever, and then put it out there. And that will then potentially generate revenue in the way of commercials or paid memberships or whatever. But for a feature film, like, would you put out the whole film there and then I'm just trying to like wrap my head around it. Okay, if it's a movie you're watching, let's just say you put it on YouTube and people love watching YouTube, which we know they do. How do you get your money back? Because it's quite a lot of money to be invested into making a movie.
So I mean, I think there's different ways. So like you can put it on, not necessarily the free version, like where everyone can watch it for free, but then they have like I think YouTube Premium, where they can pay to watch your movie. Other scenarios would be like if you have a channel and you just like put it on your channel to like get more views, especially like the horror film that was just made in the U.S. Called Backrooms. The director was a YouTuber, and he put all his episodes of that Backroom on his YouTube channel, and he got a huge following, and then he got his big break, and his film blew up. So yeah. I mean, so you never know. I don't think there's an exact
formula.
Perfect, formula for that. I think it depends on the person and on your situation. So
can you grab me that show you there?
Yes.
Do you think that? I mean, but this is clearly a trend in the world because of the streaming platforms and because of social media. That a real question here is, and this is going to be a hard one because it's like, I love going to the movies and watching movies in movie theaters. But do you think movie theaters eventually will be a thing of the past?
I don't think so. I say I think it might have to do with culture. Like nowadays in certain countries, it has slightly shifted. Instead of going to the movie theater, more people are. It's convenient to look on their phones or on their iPads or computers or anything like that, and also as well as for like the movie theaters, it's harder to keep their business running. But for like the huge countries like, you know, the US, India, China, Japan, the major countries, they still, it is a way to kind of get away from your everyday life, and it is a necessity, I think. But to be honest, I haven't been to a movie theater in a pretty long time, so I you know, I'm one of convenience, but like, it's not like I don't love the movie theater. It's just a matter of like spending maybe like 2-3 hours to sit in the movie theater, and you know, an hour, maybe like 30 minutes or 40 minutes to get to the movie theater, coming home, and so like I'm using up maybe 5-6 hours. So
well, I thought that was the whole process of it. You know, it's a whole date night. You either go with someone or you can go by yourself,
exactly.
right? But then it's like, okay, you're dedicating this time to the movie.
Yeah.
You know, you get the popcorn.
Yeah.
You know, you get your whatever drink that you like. You know, and you sit there. Man, the caramel popcorn, by the way, they sell here in Japan movie theaters, is crazy good.
well, あれ、Kansukeはどう？
僕はもう映画館大好き。
He loves the movie theaters.
Yeah.
That's why. Yeah,
もうその映画館の空気がもう行ってずっと見て帰る。僕は好き。で家で見るっていうのももちろんあるけど、ちょっとなんか家であるとなんかピンポン鳴ったり、なんかトイレ行きたくなったり行けるし、まあなんかそこの違いはね、
自由。
どっちもどっちで良さはありますからね。
So he believes that it's really nice to actually go and spend the time in the movie theater and watch it. If you're at your house, you know, someone might call the door, or you could pause the movie and go to the bathroom. That's a good question. I was going to ask you that, because going to the bathroom during a movie is like you know you're missing something, right? So you got to be really careful with the timing of that. How do you そのタイミングをどうやって測るの？
最初ありますよ、もちろんトイレ行きたくなること行きたくなることあるけど、ただね、自由だと思います。行きたくなったら行けばいい場所に座ればいいしとか、いろいろ考えます。で、眠くなったら寝るのも映画のいいとこだし、映画館でね。
寝るね。
そう、寝る人もいるから。
いる。
でもオーケストラもそうじゃないですか。僕の考えね。
オーケストラね。
オーケストラも寝るから。寝るのも一個のこの娯楽というか。
He's like saying that, okay, there's many options. Like if you're really worried about going to the bathroom, you can pick a seat that's kind of closer to the bathroom, so you can get in and out quick. Or you could also sleep, he says. You can fall asleep. Like he says, also when you're watching, you know, musical or not music, right? People fall asleep to it. It's a big issue for me.
Oh.
Because I used to work very early mornings. So I was up at 4:30, 5 o'clock, and then teaching from 6 a.m. in the morning. And then, you know, the Star Wars premiere came out. And I think we went to like 3 different Star Wars movies, all at midnight.
Wow.
And I fell asleep on all of them. I swear, it's the most embarrassing because I really like Star Wars. But the good thing about it is I get to go and then either, you know, rent the movies or whenever they get on streaming channels, right? And watch them again. I can pause them, and if I fall asleep, I can go back and rewatch them.
Yeah.
Trust me, I've bought all the Star Wars movies because I like them.
But I think it's like a different feeling, right? When you're in the movie theater, like the seats are way better, right? Like I mean, if you have a nice sofa or nice couch, is different. But like, I think it's just that atmosphere, right? Maybe you get more sleepier than normal, or like, you know, well, some people, like, I think I don't know if you had it in Denmark, but like in the US we had like these matinees where, like, you know, it's cheaper. And then like when we were kids, I know like some people used to like sneak into other movies.
Oh yeah, some people did that.
And so they would watch like 3 or 4 movies and just go around, like just pay one ticket, which is like not good, but like people did that, and that was one way of watching a lot of movies.
Literally called piracy of movies.
Yeah.
But that's crazy because I know this. The movie theaters in Denmark don't work like that. They kind of work a little bit like that in Japan, but I don't think you'll get away with it unless you're really sneaky.
Yeah.
But in America, there's no one checking.
Yeah.
And I remember going to the American scene where it says, I could just walk into the next one if I wanted to.
Yeah.
Because once they let you through the gate, you can go wherever you want.
Exactly.
So you're sitting in someone's seat, right? You'd be
Yeah.
like, oh, sorry, I'll move to the next seat.
And
But I think that's also
Yeah.
an experience to have, right?
And then there's like, in America, there's like 20 theaters or something. So, I mean, there's no way, you just hop from one to another and no one will know you're even there,
That's still
It's not good. I'm not saying it's good. I just know people did that. So, yeah. But, I mean, movies were great back then, I think. Yeah.
You say movies were great back then. Was that just the experience that you can do that as walking into a movie theater, or do you think movies were made better back then?
I think back then, it was a different culture because you can only watch it in theaters. Right?
Yeah,
there was
I
only
see.
one way.
Yeah.
But nowadays, like ever since the internet, like you can pirated movies get like put online or something like that, and you can watch it like parts of it or whatever like that. But like back then, you had to go to the movie theater or else wait for the DVD or something like that. So I mean, I think that was the culture of movies back then. Were like much more. You had to wait until it came out, and that was the only way.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, you said DVDs, but wait, how old are you?
I'm 50 now.
You're 50, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're not that far apart.
Yeah.
So I know that you know that it was not DVDs, it was VHS tapes.
Well, yeah. I mean, I had VHSs, of course.
Yeah.
But like, hey, say even that whole thing, like, right? They had VHS, and then they had like laser discs.
The laser disc,
Yeah.
the
Just
Blu-ray.
For a short, I don't know how many years, but a short amount of time, and then they had DVDs.
I was going to grab my slippers, by the way. I'll be right back. These guys keep talking.
Yeah, so.
どうぞどうぞどうぞ。
最近どのぐらいなんか映画見に行ってる？
僕この間行きましたよ。キングダム見に行って。
おお。
キングダム見に行って。
どうだった？キングダム。
キングダムの感想。
言っていい？バラさないようにね。
そうだね、バラさない。
Don't tell
No spoilers.
everyone.
やっぱ
No
大
spoilers.
スペクタクルでしたよ。
あー
まあ本当にいい意味で最初のあんまあれだけど CG とか、おーこれは大きい映画だなっていうのは日本もなんか中国っぽいとか、いろんな対策っていうのはもう最高に。
Sorry, what movie was that? I just missed it. Kingdom.
The new
Yeah.
Kingdom.
The new Kingdom movie?
Kingdom 5, I think it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and you liked it?
いやいやいや。
I'm just getting a rerun. 聞こえてなかった。I wasn't listening.
He said it was good. Like the opening.
Let's grab that one. Yeah, that one.
The opening
Yeah.
was like a lot of like CG or animation, and
Yep.
it looked really like like they spent a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
なんか日本だったらもうちょっと違うやり方したかもしれない昔の。でもなんかちょっと懐かしさも感じる。昔のその黒沢映画とかってこう俯瞰でブワー撮るのを今だからできるこの CG で見せる。ああいいねっては思った。
So it gives them a little nostalgic feel that it's kind of like the old Kurosawa movies where the opening scene is like a couple hundred or a couple thousand extras going into war or something like that, but they use the CG or animation really well, so it gave him that feel. But like
でも
Back in the day,
もっとよ。
to do a scene with hundreds of extras or hundreds of horses and stuff like that, because you've been in The Last Samurai, so you could tell us about that actually. But to do something like that back in the day was extremely difficult.
yeah.
でも同じでラスサムライもちょっと前に僕見たのね。それはあれね画面で。やっぱねリアルの方がねすごいね。CG とリアルの違いはまだあると思う。
まあそれは多分アクション自体は多分そうだね。
そうね。
Like if it's for real, it's that kind of like
なんかある。
that feeling or that that spirit you have.
Yeah.
But I mean, even for those big budget films, they have like they use a lot of extras, but then they add CG and like VFX to add more people in there.
Right.
And so it gives a bigger feel, but still they're using hundreds of extras, and it takes a long time.
Yeah.
It's not like a one-day thing, you know. It's like a couple-week thing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And we're talking like just one cut of
Yeah,
one scene,
exactly.
right? And so this is budget.
Yeah.
Like that's budget and understanding of filmmaking and the storyline and what shots you actually need to get. And I understand that if you have a set amount of people who are actually doing it real, but actually whatever you put in the background is CGI, you won't really notice that. It'll still be raw feeling, right?
Yeah.
But the old movies, they didn't have that option.
Yeah.
So it was all real.
Yeah. Majority.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine you having to direct a movie with, let's say it's a battle scene from some, samurai or, gladiator stuff, and there's, 2,000 extras. How would that be?
First of all, it would be really stressful as a director or producer, doing that shot because logistically and cost-wise, expense-wise, you want to get it in as few takes as possible, or else the more takes you take, the longer you have to ask those extras or the crew, the main actors to stay there longer, the more money you're gonna spend, right? And so it's for those kind of big films, you have a bigger budget where you can kind of adjust to that. But then, of course, if you go over, it will hurt you in the long run, right? Because you have to spend more, and then other things you might have to cut as well. But for us, I mean, as a low-budget filmmaking crew, we have to think about how, the best way to use our resources, I think. And that's pretty a good way to study and learn, how to create better things cheaper.
Yeah.
And so it's good.
I ultimately think that you can put as much fluff on a shitty cake and it'll still be a shitty cake. And so for me, the essence of the cake has to be good.
Yeah.
And I think that's just a metaphor, of course, but I mean, I'm not going to make any shitty cakes or anything, but you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
Like a shitty cake can be shitty no matter what you do to it.
Yeah.
But you could have a brilliant cake and less sometimes is more.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, for our film, I mean, we wanted to try to keep the action as high level as possible and show not only inside of Japan but as well as outside of Japan, globally, what Japanese actors and Japanese stuntmen can do.
Yeah.
And I mean that is our basic mission, and to show not only the level of action but the level of acting, the beautiful locations. Just try to create more buzz for Japan. I think. Because Japan has a lot of beautiful places where they haven't shot. And I want to use those places because I mean, nowadays in those countryside, there's not a lot of people living there, and basically all the tourists go to the main, main areas only. And so
kind of everyone just goes to the same temples and the same spots and the same restaurants, right? But I totally agree. I mean, one of the things and one of the reasons for doing this channel that we have is food, people, culture. And so we're all about exploring more. Also, I was stuck in a gym for many years. Either a karate dojo or a kickboxing gym or a physical gym. Any kind of gym I was stuck in, and it was like I don't know anything about Japan. I realized, so I was like, let's go out and explore. And so. Even just, and this has been only a couple of years we've been doing this, we have so many great experiences. But I think you touched on something that I wanted to go back on there, and that was, it's also about the budgeting, but also there's so many questions there. Just to summarize for you guys, if you don't know who Shane Kosugi is, he's the son, one of the three. You got two brothers and one sister of Sho Kosugi, who was a very famous ninja actor in the 80s. That I used to grow up, actually go down to the store and rent movies, but so I used to rent your dad's movies basically and watch it in Denmark. That's how crazy it is. And then fast forward many years, and we meet up on sports programs in Japan, and we did some stuff like that. I met his brother, also fantastic athlete, very gifted, very talented. His father decides to come to Japan and open up some action schools. And so, just quickly summarize. I know we did this on the show that we released last night. So if you haven't seen the show, go ahead and either after this live stream, check it out, and you'll hear some more. But now that we have you here, we might as well hear that story again because I was really impressed by this. I knew about these action schools. For me, I'm going action schools because around the same time that when you started those schools, there's one in Tokyo, one in Nagoya, right? I remember you telling me, like, I have to go back and forth. It's a lot of traveling. I'm doing a lot. And I was like, what is this action school? Like, it didn't click. At the time, I was still trying to fight, or still fighting, actually, professionally in kickboxing. So my mind was all on that. But it sounded exciting. I was always really intrigued by storytelling, to be honest. And storytelling, in my opinion, there are a couple of ways to do it very well. The ultimate form is to do it visually with movies. But there's also dramas, but then there's also books. And I enjoy all the forms of storytelling. But tell us your story about what the school is and how your story, as the two of you, how it is that you come to be here today.
So so I came to Japan after I graduated university, and I worked in a company for 1 year in Tokyo, and then actually during that time, my dad asked me if I wanted to run his first school in Nagoya, which is action school. But basically, it's kind of like, it was an Eisai Kyoiku school, basically. So they wanted to use only English and teach like martial arts, action, acting for entertainers, for actors, right? And so I said yes, and so I went to Nagoya, and so I helped run the school. And then they opened other branches in Tokyo, Osaka, and Fukuoka. So like I went back and forth, but then it was looking back now, it was a very good idea, because my father wanted to do something like create the future of action actors in Japan, as well as try to give them a platform, a place to show their skills, or not only inside of Japan but outside Japan. However, we did like theater shows. We did 2, but we didn't actually get to the point of making like a film. And I think if we had done that, then maybe things would have been different. Because it would have given more of the students and more of the people around us to have like that kind of dream, and to see it. And so I think that's, he was the first student at that school. And now that we're making it, I think it gives people around us, like the younger kids who are, learning action, that kind of like goal, that challenge, they can see it like much more closer now. And
for sure. I mean, it's building the pipeline, basically. But there's also, I feel like, with your father's influence and also growing up with martial arts and learning all the actions and understanding the movie scene at a much more fundamentally deeper level than someone who just like, went to school and did it. This is your DNA, basically. Here's your first student in a full feature movie about to be aired, in Japanese movie theaters. I think that's an incredible opportunity, and I also think that right now with Shogun, Japan and Japanese actors have a potential to get out there in the world. This is your chance, man. How did you feel? How was your journey? Do you remember the first class you did? 一番最初やったクラスとか覚えてる？こんなんでしょ？
そう
Really young.
でも覚えてます。すごいその時シェイン怖かったです。すごい怖かったです。
先輩。
ずーっとね腕組んでね後ろでこう鋭い目でねこうやって見てるイメージですね。
Like the old school dangerous looking senpai.
そう怖かったです。
It's okay. It's just you and me in the camera. なんで言っても大丈夫だ。
よかった今だから。
We'll forget that he's over there. でもそれちょっとそのオールドスクールっていうか当然これがアクションっていうものなんですけど、アクションに対しての、お父さんの血も流れているから厳しいはずですよね。
厳し しさは必要だと思います、僕は基礎が大事だなって今も思うので、やっぱ何かとこう厳しい人がいて、僕らはそこで解放するっていうのを常にやれないと、なんかこう一人でできてもしょうがないじゃないですか、社会は、っていうところはこういう人たちがいたから、僕はすごくいい経験というか、小さい頃からそれが当たり前だったので、そう思うとやっぱり、常に練習でも勝負でしたね。練習で評価されないと当たり前だけど前に出れないんで、そうしたらもうその厳しさっていうのは逆に楽しさになってましたね。はい、
It's an interesting conversation. But there's so much going on there because you were such a, I mean, I'm just trying to summarize what he said, right? He's brought up in this really harsh environment where it's important for him to perform well. If he doesn't perform well, he's not able to get, the attention of the sensei, right? But this is also like true martial arts spirit. It really is, right? But the ones that fight hard, the ones that train harder, and the ones that take every session seriously, those are the ones that get picked up. And now he's in a movie with you. And you're doing a ninja movie. I want to just touch a little bit based on what kind of pressure that feels for you, coming from the direct lineage of your father.
I mean, I feel not necessarily pressure, because I think I was brought up with my father teaching me martial arts as well as my brother. And so we understood, we didn't really have pressure in sense, because we were brought up to do this kind of, how do you say, action, or this kind of like environment, and it made us, how do you say, more fulfilling once we did a good job.
Yeah.
And even though we did a good job, I think if you ask my brother as well, we were never satisfied. And as a fighter, as a real fighter as well, you always want to kind of like evolve. And even though people say, "Oh yeah, good job," it's like for us, it's, did I do a good job? It's kind of like we're never completely satisfied there. It's something, I think it's how our father taught us. It's like that DNA of a true martial artist, where you always find those flaws. Yeah, and then you see how you can make those flaws, more positive for yourself, right? And so
I think good martial artists are also a bit, I don't know, what is the word, perfectionists?
Yeah.
But I think the true value and lesson to be learned here is potentially that, and I shall quote a very famous sensei in Japan.
Okay.
Nibori sensei. He's a kendo teacher, 8th Dan. And I interviewed him for a TV show for NHK World called Samurai Spirit. And he has his own house. He's been doing kendo for more than 80 years. He's really old. And I got to spar with him. And I could not touch him. The way he felt, it was like standing with a ninja master, not a ninja master, like a Jedi master basically, but in real life. I was so mesmerized. Anyway, I asked him a question. I asked him, how does it feel to be, on top of the world? You're an 8th Dan. You've been doing it for so long. You're clearly untouchable. And he says, そうだね。ニコラス君。私は山の頂点に立っているとは言ってるけど、私はさらに奥にある大きい山しか見えないです。And I just went, Sensei. Yeah. I'll explain that in English though, because you're gonna have to hear and love this story. So I'm interviewing Nibori Sensei, and he's been doing kendo for over 80 years, And I asked him, so how does it feel to stand on top of the mountain? And he goes to me, he thought about it, and he looked at me, he goes, Nicolas-kun, in Japanese, this is a very polite way of talking to a young man. And he says, I might be standing on a mountain, but all I see are bigger mountains in the background. And that means, and he's been doing it his whole life since he was a little boy, you know, and he still thinks that he's not good enough. And that's, I think, really the true spirit of martial arts. But yeah, tell me more.
Yeah, so I mean, I think like I try to keep that spirit alive in filmmaking as well. Like, you know, trying to have the core values of what we want to teach the people watching our movies. Is not only just action. There's other, you know, like, as you know, in martial arts, there's, you know, the core values, right? You know, you have to have courage, you have to be honest, you have to, like, you know, have determination, work ethic, et cetera, et cetera. And so, like, we wanted to create that core value to try to, you know, like, teach the younger kids as well as, you know, people abroad, you know, who watch our movie and, you know, kind of like maybe it resonates to them. They could, like, you know, relate to that, and then maybe help them in their everyday lives as well. And so, like, yeah, kind of make a positive impact to anyone watching our movies. So
it's a really valuable thing also. I think, like, martial arts often is like somehow connected to violence. And I think it's the complete opposite.
Yeah.
My teacher, for example, his ultimate goal was world peace.
Yeah.
He said, look, if everybody just were connected through kiai and os, kiai is when we do, right, we're yelling, and os is like the spirit of never giving up, basically. If we all just knew that spirit, if it ever came to war, I'd be like, no, I don't want to hurt you. Let's just hug and be tomodachi. But yeah, I think that's definitely a lesson there.
Yeah. So I mean, I think in our movie Seek, you know, Kyohei Aizawa is a lethal weapon, right? A ninja who has a lineage of other ninjas, you know. But, like, he has this, you know, great skill, great strength. You know, he can kill people if he wants, but that's not his mission, right? It's to find, you know, like, he's in a dilemma where he's not sure why he's, you know, doing this mission. Is it right? And does he feel it's right? You know, so he has an internal battle within himself. You know, like, boss says do this. Is, you know, am I just going to follow what my boss says, or should I, you know, think, is this really what is truly right? Do I feel it's right, or should I take my own path? You know, like a true martial artist, I think. So
I see, very interesting. This whole internal dialogue of not just blindly following a leader, I think, is important. You have to be able to make your own choices in life. But most soldiers, and I'm going to call it a soldier in this situation, they are literally weapons. Let's call them human weapons, but designed to do a certain thing, and they're trained to do a certain thing. In this story, in this scenario, there's a questioning character. Is he really doing the right thing? And that can lead to many strong pathways of choices in scenes where you're like, okay, is he gonna follow his heart? Which he knows is potentially right? Or is he just gonna go against, you know, go and do what he's told to do? And I think there's that's the difference between stupidity and actually passion for life. But I might be wrong.
No, I totally agree with that. That's why, you know, I think, how do you say, it might be a cultural difference, because, like, whenever we were making the film in Japan, right, they would all the staff, everyone would say, like, you know, oh, it's the director's choice, you know. But then I always say, no, it's not only the director's choice. A film is made not by the director, it's made with everyone. It's a collaboration. And so I might think this is the right way, but, like, maybe the cameraman or the director of photography would say, no, we should shoot it this way. And he would give me his, you know, advice or ideas, and I would say, oh, you're totally correct. We should shoot it this way. So it's, you know, as a team, we want to make the best film possible, right?
Yeah.
So like it's not one person making it, but one person has to direct, kind of lead the way, but it is a collaboration with all the actors and the crew and everyone in post, all the supporters as well. So yeah.
I mean, I just came off the biggest role of my life recently, and so I really, really was intrigued by how much really goes on as a teamwork there. Even as an actor, it's like you have a voice. Everybody has a voice basically on set. Like there was, anyway, there's so many stories I can't tell too much about. But
not a small story.
Yeah, small stories. But no, because you guys don't have so much time today. You actually have a cutoff time for today, so I'm trying to get as many questions as possible. No, but Kansuke, for example, as an actor, and this is action scenes mostly, and then there's also other scenes. But as an actor, how much freedom do you feel you have to explore the character in front of the camera?
難しい。
どんぐらいの自由さがあるのかなっていう。
そう、最終的には見え方です。見え方なので、自由という枠を本当に外すことが自由とは思ってない。けど、枠の中での自由をどれだけ表現できるかが役者、アクションも、だって本当に人を殴るとか、もうアクションじゃないので、でもそれこそ戦士でもそのレフリーがいて人を殺すまで行ってしまえばダメじゃないですか、でもやっぱなんかそのルールの中での、魅力をどれだけ出せるかが役者も、大事なので最終的に見え方は意識します、ただここは嘘ない、ここはもう間違いなく嘘ない。でも化粧してメイクスタイリスト全部カメラの状態に照明で全てが合わさったものが役者は、やらさせていただいてると僕は思ってます。
Those are a little bit difficult words to translate. But no, he says that he has because his character is already a free roaming character kind of thing. He feels there's not so much to be acting in it, but because of the interaction with everybody on the staff, the guys with the lighting, the guys with the sound, the camera, everything comes to play, and then he gets the honor of being the one playing that character. And within his heart, he said that he doesn't lie to himself. He wants to be true to himself. And if he's true to himself in his heart, he knows that he can push the boundaries within that to the maximum. っていう感じかな。
ありがとうございます。
I thought that was what you said. What do you think, Shane? Did I get that?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah. I mean, あとはね、あれでね、ストーリーですよね。ストーリーで、それこそペタさんも出られて思ったと思うんですけど、出てるシーンがあるじゃないですか。はい。でも出てないところも考えないといけない。それがやっぱ役者の腕の見せ所かなと思います。
This is very true. This is very true. So there goes a lot of things into the movie and each scene that is actually not even part of the scene that you're in or not in. There are other scenes that you have to be aware of what happened with the other characters, and like the way you then interact with these characters is now dependent on that for the storytelling and the flow of the story. And he said that, oh, you've also tried this, right? And I was like, yeah. And I felt truly like, for example, the character building of who I played in my movie was like, we spent months talking about who this person was and how he got to be that guy. There, when you switch in, like, this is the person you are. It's crazy. This is what I really love about storytelling, by the way, because it's so much more behind the scenes than you'd see in front of the camera.
Lots of layers.
Layers, that's exactly what it is. And how do you come up with these layers?
Well, I think I'm not an expert yet, and I'm still learning the craft. And I want to always try to, if possible, meet other directors where I can pick their brain as well. Because like what I've seen is it's not an easy thing to direct actors. it's quite difficult. And you might have a certain mindset where you want this scene, but it's kind of it's a living organism in sense. And if you just push them to one corner, you might not get what you want out of it. And so you have to it has to be a good collaboration where you say, well, I'm kind of thinking, this idea, what do you think? And then kind of have this discussion, this communication, and, build maybe towards that direction, but it might not go in that direction. And that might be the right answer. So you never know. And so it's kind of let's shoot over here and we might hit it, but maybe we'll try another one, we'll shoot over here and it might be a better one. So I think it's a living thing where you can't expect it to be set on one kind of way to do something. And that's the way we've been doing it, where he has the freedom to act or do a scene the way he wants to, and then I'll look at it and I'll say, that was good, but have you thought about doing it this way? And then he would be all like, well, I think this way, and okay, let's do it that way. And so we'll have this kind of discussion with all the actors, and I think that's the way it should be. You shouldn't say, oh, you have to do it this way.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a fine line, right?
Yeah.
So what I experienced in my personal feeling was, I don't know, maybe you can help me explain how you feel. But I felt like, very similar to what you're saying, you're actually on set and you try it out and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, go in some other direction, figure something out, try it in a different way. Maybe you say something different. Maybe suddenly you have a chopstick in your hand. Maybe you're picking up a item. Maybe you're touching the person in whatever it is. But it's really those small scenes where the real magic happens, when you forget you're acting. It's just happening. What kind of scenes have you gone through where you were like, this didn't work, and what did you do to change?
What is it?
だから例えばあるシーンでは撮ってるんだけど、自分の中ではこれダメだねって思った時に、それを感じたシーンと、具体的じゃなくてもいいんだけど、なんとなくそれでどう修正したのか。
そうだな、僕の中の正解はもうないです。極論、本当に正解を出すのはこの人だから、正解を出すのがレフェリーであってっていう、その異種格闘技と一緒で、僕はカンフーやってるけど、空手の大会出て負けてももうしょうがないしもうなんか僕のやってきた基礎っていう体の作り方はもう、準備はその日までなんで、正解があれうまくいかなかったなってなって、もうちょっとこういう風にしたいなっていうのは僕は思ってないです。本当にないに等しいぐらい。
っていうことは、well, he says it's like for me doing kung fu, if I fight in a karate tournament, if I lose, that's しょうがない。I don't know how to translate しょうがない in English, but it's just, it can't be helped. But he also says that he doesn't have the right answer. He's done everything he can in his way to get to where that scene is, and if he doesn't get it right, that's not for him to decide. It's for your job to do, right? Personally, I did a scene, and the kantoku, the director, was like, nice. And for me, I was like, no. And I said, I want to do it again.
ありますあります。
You've done this?
僕はノーは言ってないかな。ノーは言ってないけど、あります。大丈夫？
大丈夫？ This is Japanese though. It's the same as saying no.
大丈夫？でも、but he said, okay, nice. Oh, nice. Okay. Nice.
So I think that's how do you say? That is a difference between, like actors and directors. That is the relationship, right? Because we are all unsure of ourselves.
Right.
Right? And so like you have to be able to reassure them. Yeah, this is what I wanted. This is what I wanted for this cut, this scene, right? And you provided that.
Yeah.
But sometimes, as an actor, was it right?
Yeah.
Is it really that what you wanted? Because a lot of times it's very organic where you're thinking maybe you have maybe different ways you want to act, right? Like option 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you only get to the first one and was that the right one? Like it's kind of like I still have like 6 other variations,
layers there.
Yeah, and so like, but maybe the director or the producer as well think, oh no, that is the one we need.
Right.
But of course, as we made this Seek 1 as well as we just made Seek 2. As you evolve, you think, oh yeah, when I'm editing, right? I would love to have different variations because the story is very organic, right? And so if you get one type of acting scene, it changes everything else.
It does.
Right? It's like water. It's just like, the water flows this way. You have to have that, that same water, that same, direction, or else, it doesn't flow as good.
Yeah.
And so that's what I learned, doing the second one as well. And, from now on, third, fourth, fifth. So the more variations you have, the more you can adjust afterwards and like kind of tweak it better, I think.
So the actors that I had the pleasure of acting with were great people, and I had great coaching and great training and great preparation for it. One of the first things they told me is, you're an athlete and you're going to need it. And I didn't understand what they said until we were on set filming and rolling and going into this. It's like you have to be so flexible in your mind, your body language, your tone of voice, and also the catch ball between the actors on set and everything. And it was really cool to see it all come together like that. So yeah, it definitely resonates a lot with me. I'm going to do a couple of questions here, and just because we're here, and I know we don't have too much time with you guys, so I'm just going to read up some stuff here.
Okay.
Wow.
Go back a little bit. Yeah, sushi looks delicious. It's really good. I think everybody enjoyed it. They're still going to eat there. And itadakimasu. Good morning from Sweden. Hi, Frederick. Good friend of mine. Aloha, enjoy your content. Used to watch K1 back in the day. Actually saw Pride 34 at Saitama Super Arena back in 07. Wow. Is this Kosugi part of the show Kosugi? I watched a lot of ninja movies. Yes, he is one of the sons of Sho Kosugi. We answered that a little bit earlier on. But cool stuff. Yeah, feel free to ask questions. Thank you for the English. You're welcome. What's Shane and Kansuke's first movie roles?
Oh, my first movie role was in Revenge of the Ninja when I got killed with the throwing star. So I was on screen for 4 or 5 seconds, I think it was.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I was 7 years old, 6 or 7 years old. So,
What?
Yes.
You were just a baby.
最初の I know.
最初でしょ？
はい。
ちょっと待ってよ。
覚えてないって言われてる。
ダメなんで、ごめんなさい。本当に時間取ってるわけじゃなくてね。ちょっと待ってよ。いや、最初の映画出たやつでしょ？そう思うと忍びの国かな。メビー。忍びの国って大野聡君で主演でやった忍者。
Oh, ninja movies. Ono Satoshi is a pretty famous Japanese actor.
その
嵐
の主演で。それで出た時は全身ねカモフラージュの名人で、そこの壁そうなってる。こういうふうに
ペタスさんの camouflaged into the wall. Okay.
なって武術の達人役で、それで人をザーってやる役。
いっぱい殺したの？
いっぱい殺したんだけどカットされました。殺しすぎて。あるアクションやりすぎて。
So he overdid the action and all the scenes got cut. Hilarious. Did I ever fight Crow Cop? No, and thank God for that. That guy's a monster. By the Here we go. Anything else here? You guys notice the decline in social, what does it say?
Manners.
Manners?
Manners overall.
Overall where? Here in Japan? Is that the question?
Maybe like in general? Well, I think it hasn't so much declined because, nowadays it's all social media, but before it used to be like, free speech, stuff like that. So I don't think
there's to be honest, I think young people are really quite polite here. To be honest, they still got the yoroshiku onegaishimasu series here. After working in Hollywood and Japan, what are the biggest differences in action films that are made?
Budget, time.
Budget and time.
Yeah. The action is slightly different. Japanese action is more technical, I think.
Yeah.
American or like foreign action is more power, force, impact, bigger booms, basically. So, yeah.
Well, that's kind of interesting because I think that's cultural, and I'll tell you why. I have a theory.
Oh.
You have the Japanese katana, and you don't pull it out. You slide it out by twisting your hip out, but it's also got a curve, and it slices. It doesn't hack like the European swords, right? So I think there's a fundamental, like, human psychology difference, right? I'm gonna smash and hack you, or I'm gonna slice you, and I feel like that's the way I play video games. I hack my way through things. But when I see my daughter play games, she's so smooth. I just think that's cultural.
Me too. I'm very technical, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's totally true, right? Like you think in terms of like, let's say like American action or just action in general, right? It's like just one like haymaker punch, right? It's like boom. But then for Japanese, it's not one punch. It's like boom, boom, boom. Right? You do combination, showing your skills. And with the Japanese sword, for foreigners, it's the right hand, right, or your strong hand.
Yeah.
But for the sword, it's actually your weak hand. Your weak hand does everything for your sword. And so, like when you sheathe the sword, it's the left hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily the right hand. That's the thing. And so that's technical, I think, for everything. Yeah.
Way more technical. That's really cool. What
else is there?
What else have we got here? For Kansuke, is there a role you played or dream of playing, and what is the dream role?
Oh, that's a good question. Great question.
夢に見てるあの役は。
そう、どんな役だね。
どんな役ですか。
どんな映画やりたいとか。Wow, that's a good question.
いや、so many よ。いっぱいあるんですけど、一番はなんだろうな。
You guys have the power to make anything. If you consider this, you're movie makers. Like you could do whatever you wanted to. What if you had to twist it completely and do something different?
いや難しいな。1個。
もう1個で。
もうそうでしょ。1個。1個でしょ。1個でしょ。1個でしょ。
早く出せよ。
いやほんとさ難しい。いや難しくないですか。だってトーナメントでね優勝したいって言っても何の大会って聞かれてるのと一緒でしょ。
いや全部優勝したい。
でしょ。そうごめんなさい。
win them all.
でもね今ちょっとあれやりたいですよ。コメディアクション。本当に見てて楽しくなる。
でジャッキーが好き。
そうジャッキー好きだから。
ジャッキーちゃん。
I love ジャッキー。
Yeah, comedy action. That's difficult. That's difficult.
Yeah.
Comedy is really hard.
In Japan, あれ日本だったらそんなにコメディアクションないのね。あ、そっか。
これねだから早くやりたい。早めにやってでもコメディアクションの中のシリアスがやっぱ響く。
監督にお願いすればいいんだ
ね。お願い。いや結構コメディできる。本当ね。
2人でなんかやります。
完璧だね。ペタさん完璧。面白いからね。そうねコメディアクションは。はい。
So we've got another question here. How big is the editing team?
How big is the editing team? So the first one was. あれ最初は僕だけ
そうよ。
Just me?
just editing, right?
Yeah.
Not including color.
No.
Yeah, just editing was me.
You edited the movie.
Yeah, and the second one was me and one other person. So
It's incredible what people can do, right? That's impressive, man. That is impressive.
So I mean, it takes longer than a normal edit, but then you know, it's it's a collaboration as well. So like I just do rough cuts, rough edits, and then like go through it again, and then just re-edit and chop it, and then look at it, and then have other people look at it, give feedback, and then hand it to the other editor, see what he can bring, and then come back to me, and we'll just go back and forth. So,
well, how long would you say? It's an hour and a half movie, right? So how long would you say from the moment you said, okay, we're done filming, we have the footage, and then we start editing, how long did it take you guys to get it all put together in movie form?
With color and everything?
Yeah.
どれくらいだろう。4ヶ月ぐらい。
4ヶ月だね。
4
3ヶ月、4ヶ月、4ヶ月。
three,
はい
three.
That's with editing, color, music, SE, everything like that. Yeah, that's about 4 months.
That's fast.
Yeah.
That's really fast. Yeah. So we're at 4:45 now, and I know you guys got a hard cutoff. But if we've got some last questions or anything we want to talk about, clearly the movie's coming out in Japanese movie theaters.
Yes.
On the 31st of July.
Yes.
Please check it out.
Yes, thank you.
And also watch the show that we posted yesterday. I think
Yes.
there's links to the movie and where you can watch it. My plan is to go to Rosa Kaikan back in Ikebukuro, where I was, an old Uchideshi karate kid back in the day, 35 years ago. And so I'd like to go and see it there.
Are you going to wear your karate gi?
It would be good for promotion. Yeah, why not? I might do that. I can make a short about it.
Yeah, you can
いや
make
すごい見たい。
Yeah.
見たいですよ。
まあね、
かっこいい。あの帯もずっと気になってました。
yeah. So
Yeah.
my
Go ahead.
old black belt is over
Yeah.
there in one of the showcases.
Yeah.
The showcase used to be here. ここだったんです前に。
ああ、そうなんだ。
でもなんかちょっと物ありすぎて、so I stopped having the things over here.
Yeah, nice. 黒帯。
But that belt was given to me from Masoyama. Yeah, that's a good one. Will there be an international release?
Yes,
Oh.
actually, I think the U.S. and South America will probably be on streaming towards the end of this year.
Oh, cool.
Is what I heard. Other countries, I think it might be already out on streaming in like Korea, Taiwan, and then I don't remember exactly about Europe yet. I think it's maybe coming out or out now. So yeah, little by little.
Cool.
Other countries, yeah.
Where do we follow along on this journey? What are the channels and what are the outlets? You got Instagram accounts and
Yes,
stuff, right?
so we have Instagram, we have TikTok, Twitter, and we have an official homepage for Seek. So yeah, if like new information goes through all those things, yeah.
So basically look for Seek, S-E-E-K.
K
is how you
49,
spell it. Yeah,
yes.
S-E-E-K, Seek 49.
Yes.
I think .com?
Yes, I think it's seek49.com, I think it is. Let me check.
Maybe.
That's okay.
Yes.
We will figure that out. Don't worry.
Yes.
I'm sure
Yes,
chat can find it.
seek49.com.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
That's it, yeah. All right, well, I think that's it for you guys today.
Thank
I'm
you.
going to let you guys go unless you want to eat some more sushi. And good luck with the premiere.
Thank
good luck
you.
with everything.
Thank you for
It's
having
very
me.
exciting.
Yes.
Very exciting. Clearly, Seek 3.
Yes.
Me. me against Kansuke somehow. Maybe I can get killed in a really cool way. I don't know.
Well, you know, like if the audience comes to watch Seek in Japan theaters, right, and they see like the mafia, the foreign mafia boss, that was actually supposed to be Nick over here, but we had scheduling difficulties where he could not show up, so he could not be in the movie.
This is true. I was actually out of the country. The one day I was supposed to be killed by this guy. No, not this guy. I was supposed to be killed by someone else. Right?
Yes. The action director. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, that's it. Thank you guys for coming over. And ごちそうさまでした.
ごちそうさまでした。
ありがとうございました。おっす。
おっす. Thank you guys for watching. This was just a little pep talk about the movie coming up. And really hope that you guys get to be able to watch it somewhere. Okay. We'll see you in the next one. Os.